Welcome, everyone, to the World Session for October 10th, 2023. All right, we're getting closer and closer to 2024, and my psychic part of my brain keeps going, where are we? What year are we in? All right, so we're going to start today with um, mostly colds and flus and bugs, that kind of thing. There seems to be a lot of complaints about lung stuff, lung infections, bronchitis, even asthma or the buildup of mucus from weather changes. It's been kind of rainy and warm here, so there's been a lot of reports of asthma and that kind of thing. So let's work with all those things, whatever you have. Please think about, take a bit of saliva, put it on your navel right now. You could put some just behind your ears and right in the nook of your clavicle here. And that way your body is going to read whatever's going on. I'm scanning through any type of microparasite and parasite. Virus. Okay, virus is pretty strong. I'm feeling like that's the big one. There's also fear and rage that need to move. Virus often, feeds off of fear and rage. Nice amygdala complex response. I can already feel the phlegm coming up in the throat. And I'm just gonna tap it all out. We got a nice little burp already started. All right, and we also know there's war, new war going on the planet, new hot zone, and I just want to look at the heart center of the planet and myself. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm just feeling the compassion for everyone. Everyone that is struggling, everyone that is involved in any conflict. We've got quite a few conflicts on this planet, and it does create a lot of grief in the lungs, whether we're aware of it or not. And we've got all the retrograde planets that influence. Today is the last day of Pluto, and Pluto having a little bit of divisiveness going on. So we're going to work with that. All right. I'm already ready to sneeze. I can feel a sneeze coming up to the right nostril. Okay, so we're just going to bring just moving that stuff out of the lungs that pertain to grief. So notice there's a lot of emotional stuff, and I'm scratching, interestingly enough. So the lungs are really linking up to the integumentary system, to the skin, and we want to get stuff out. Oh, lots of itching. Ooh, okay, interesting. Okay, that can be weather, that can be storm coming, that can also be the skin releasing the toxins from the body, but also moving everything out that has to do with virus, parasite, the detritus from everything going on. Plus, there's a lot of involvement in infection right now that I'm feeling going through the chest. Wow, super, super itchy. So let's work with some itchies. I'm just going through the meridians that come out at the fingers. Okay, so heart meridian is the strongest. We're going to work through that heart meridian. This is going to be some sadness. So here we're working with the lungs that involves with grief, and now we're going into sadness. And I'm also getting this really strong energy going up in the cranium where there's kind of a headache, kind of pressure, tension. So I'm looking at environmental factors, planetary factors, environment, I should say, weather patterns, pressure. Okay, so pressure, air pressure, cloud pressure. So a lot of people are influenced by those things. The head is influenced, the cranium is influenced, blood pressure is influenced, the ability to remain standing can be influenced. So, okay. And somebody also came on with the complaint of pain. And as soon as I hear pain, I feel really I have a lot of compassion for pain. So we're just going to look at the nervous system's habit of going through all the difficulties. So this is matrix work, matrix into different areas. The ones that are coming up are worries about family, worries about home, worries about money, worries about work. Money was the one I just burped on. So money is the biggest one. Money is interconnected with all of these different things. So it just feels like, and now I'm just getting very strong kind of electrical energy over the heart. That's fascinating. What is that? Okay, we're going to look at the heart. The heart contains the soul. As you can see, I'm losing my voice as well. So here the heart is constricting against the soul. And we're just going to move the heart, give it some space, open up the cavity so it has better space so that the lungs also vibrate with better space. And also second chakra needs to feed that heart chakra. I'm going to stop for a moment. I don't feel so well on this link. So just a little bit dizzy, a little bit, I don't know if you call that nausea or just kind of like a strange feeling in the second chakra and the head. So that the brains are trying to figure out what's going on here. So we have a lot of obviously stuff that comes into our body, right? There's an onslaught of viruses, microbes, etc. When your immune system is strong, you don't notice it, right? Because the immune system is going to deal with it. So here we're just supporting those people on the planet who have a weaker immune system. And secondly, that immune system is like your boundary, right? It's where you're protected. So now it's, well, I'm not protected against all of the emotions coming in at me. I'm not protected against other people's problems. Okay, so we're going to work with those two. Now I'm feeling all these cramps as though somebody's beaten up my solar plexus and my ribs as though somebody's punched them. So I'm just feeling the diaphragm open up, that beautiful muscle. So this is new right now for me. I feel the flexibility or the stiffness of the diaphragm. I feel how it doesn't move. But today I'm really tuning into how big the diaphragm is and how strong it is. And it can really work to get all of the emotions we need to have moving. It helps the brain scan the body. It makes sure that, when we become afraid and we're worried about a virus, we spend a really long time with masks, and it brings in a matrix of I'm afraid. We don't want to be afraid. We want to make sure we're breathing and we're not afraid. And when those bugs come in, our mouth begins to kill them. Our nasal passages, our sinuses begin to kill those bugs. Now I'm having a strange feeling just as the colon goes into the rectum. It's like, okay, there's a lot of stuff that needs to move out of the body. We're going to do that. Nice. Okay, so I'm just looking now at, all right, so synthesizing and using vitamin C. We want to optimize that. Vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D obviously is the big one. Well, C and D and zinc. And there we go. Finally, a breath in through the nose, and we're going to destroy the infection. Okay, so basically all out feminine part of us going in to destroy infection, destroy virus, and get our bodies to balance. So now don't count on this as being the only thing that's going to deal with the immune system, but we're improving the immune system. Right? Remember, all of the work we do does not replace medical advice or medical intervention. We're working with things here to help you. So even if you're going to go for surgery, even if you're going to get exposed to a virus, this is going to help you out, but it doesn't mean you stop, taking care of yourself and stop protecting yourself. You would still need to wash your hands, etc. Right? Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so now I'm going back into the spine. And this is where most of us have something going on in the spine. We could have a lump, like a bump, a little distortion. There's always something going on in our spines. If it isn't a scoliosis, if it isn't an extra tension, if it isn't just sitting in a particular position, if it isn't overweight, if it isn't under malnutrition. I mean, there are just so many different things that play on the spine. So we're looking at, hey, all of that stuff, I'm going to take time. So we'll do this now, and you can repeat this all the time if you like, once a day, once every hour, is really locate your sits bones, locate top of your head. Right here is that crown chakra. And just imagine there's a string coming up through here, and you're just hanging off of it like a hanger. And just feel into your spine. I can feel like mine's crooked, like one area. I feel like one side is jutting out this way, curved that way. And we're just going to allow it to settle as we balance the entire spine. Just balance it. So it's just one vertebrae sitting on top of another. And in between are these beautiful discs. We want to get them all aligned. So it's just a little job of aligning it, and you're going to help it. Well, I'm getting this beautiful chill through my legs, like energy, moving through the legs. So I've been sitting here for the last 3 hours or so doing work, and the legs get kind of dull just sitting here until I get to move and exercise. Yet this feels like there's movement and exercise. There's something coming up with jaw and teeth. Okay, so whatever's going on with the spine, as it comes up to the atlas and into the cranium and right around to the jaw, I'm just feeling like the teeth are being pulled. So we just want to relax out the TMJ, these masseters, these beautiful masseters, right? If anyone knows block therapy, I've been using my block, just lying on my block, or using my fascia blaster to open up this area. But I work on it daily, and still, I can still feel that tension in the masseter. Sure, masseter is the most innervated muscle. Lots of nice burps during this session. That's great. The masseters are the most innervated muscles in the body, so they're going to hold a lot of tension. We hold a lot of tension there, even while we're sleeping. Some people grind their teeth, clench their teeth, all kinds of stuff. So something to look into if you notice you have some difficulty. It also causes problems in the teeth and the gums if we're clenching or grinding. So something to look into. All right. Let's go back into the lungs. I'm going to do a total lung drain. I'm just pulling up from the heart. So remember, we moved the heart. So I don't know why exactly I'm doing it this way, but it feels like pull up the heart, bring it down. You might want to go over the chest, bring down all that stuff into the colon. I'm patting the belly and the colon, just getting that moving. And there we go. Yeah, the head is already nice. Thank you, guys, because I always have this kind of barrel, when the weather changes, my head gets this sort of tension and these little eye migraines and stuff. So this feels really good. So thank you, everyone. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.